The NFL has to stop this. Hi, my name is Stefan Love. Please, if you like this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. So, Adam Schefter tweeted out earlier this morning that the NFL is exploring playing a Thanksgiving Eve game as early as this year. And this is very ridiculous. Now, right now, the NFL already has a Thanksgiving tradition. It's a triple header being played every year. It's a Thanksgiving tradition. And then they just added the Black Friday game. Now, I didn't really hate the Black Friday game when it was first introduced. And plus, you're kind of paying back Amazon for losing that Thursday night slot to NBC. So you have the Black Friday game, and you have this game being played at 3 o'clock. So it's nice. You can get it over with. Then you can go shop, or if you even still shop during Black Friday, or you can just enjoy the rest of the day watching some college football. But now they're thinking about adding a Thanksgiving Eve game, and this just shows the greediness of the NFL. Like, it's ridiculous. Now, first off, I would like to know how they would do a Thursday night football game, because a Wednesday night football game, because in order to do Wednesday, you need like 4 days in between. Sunday to Thursday is 4 days. How are you going to do that with Wednesday? Because you can't play games on Saturday due to the rules with college football. Like, I believe it's called the Sports Broadcasting Act of 19 whatever. You gotta play. You gotta let college football owns Saturdays until like the second week of December. So you can't play games on Saturdays. Now, my thought process will be maybe you do a Thursday night doubleheader, but then you will be causing 4 teams. Granted, 6 teams do it on Thanksgiving, but you'll have 4 teams playing on a Thursday night, which is ridiculous. Then another idea would be maybe you have a Monday night doubleheader, and one of the teams from that Monday night doubleheader will play one of the teams from that week on Thursday night. I think that's a possible solution. You can do it, except one team will have like 8 days or 8 days of rest, and the other team will only have 5 days of rest. But it'll be odd. But one bright side about a Thanksgiving Eve game, let's talk about the positive, is it will be technically a national televised game, which you would have access to. Now, granted, that might mean you will have to subscribe to a streaming service, but you would have access to it, as opposed to a game being locked behind your local broadcasting area on Fox and CBS on a Sunday. Like, I'm a Packers game. I'm a Packers fan. We usually don't get Packers games down here in South Carolina. And speaking of the Sunday slate, this makes NFL Red Zone far less valuable. Like, with NFL Red Zone, typically, at the most, if once you remove Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and Sunday Night Football, Monday Night, Thursday Night, Sunday Night, once you remove all those games, at the most, you would have 13 games available on Red Zone. Now, obviously, when you include the bye weeks, which will typically be 4 teams off, that number is going to go down to 11. However, the NFL has now had an uptick of international games, meaning, that number is going to go down to 11. Sorry, I had a brain fart. No, that number is going to go down to 10. And the NFL has talked about saying we want to have 16 international games a year, meaning for the most part, 10 games will be displayed on NFL Red Zone at the most. And then you also have to factor in that number is going to drop down to like 8. Why? Because Netflix, they're going to have games. They have the Christmas exclusive games. Peacock has the holiday exclusive game. And then, what's the other one? ESPN Plus also has an exclusive game. So that number is going to drop down to like 8 games for a typical NFL Red Zone Sunday. And if you've watched Red Zone this past year, Fox and CBS has done something kind of unique, where like that 425 window has been owned by one game that's typically on their network, either the 425 game on CBS or America's Game of the Week. So the NFL Red Zone slate has kind of been lopsided towards 1 o'clock, and we've only had like 2 games or 3 games in that 425 window on Red Zone, which kind of takes the magic and joy out of Red Zone. Like you would have loved to see like 4 games or 5 games take place in that 4 o'clock window. Now that only happens in like the first 2 weeks of the season, and obviously the last week of the year. And also this Sunday ticket is more of a scam. Like, could you imagine paying what $300 if you have a YouTube TV, or $400 or $500 if you don't have a YouTube TV? You're paying like $400 or $500 for 8 games available to you on that Sunday. That is such a scam, and it's ridiculous, especially considering what you could have had with Sunday Ticket had ESPN or Apple won the rights to Sunday Ticket. But yeah, the NFL has been talking about adding a Thursday night Eve game, or a Thanksgiving Eve game, and I just think it's ridiculous. But anyways, if you got this far in the video, please hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.